Listen, God is omniscient. God is omnipotent and he's omnipresent. He's all wise and he's all knowing. He knows everything that there is to know about you, even before he called you. He knew you before you were in your mother's womb. When God made the decision, come on, Ephesians go on to tell us that in whom we now have obtained an inheritance, being predestined according to the purpose of him who calleth us after the counsel of his own will. So we have already been predestined to be and to do. And the Bible said he works from the end back to the beginning. And so while we're still trying to catch up with God, he's already ordering things in our pathway, ordering things and guiding our steps so that we understand and know that if we follow after him, my God, we'll follow after him wholly, then we're going to meet, every need's going to be met. Because that's what God has declared. Paul says that our God shall supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory. But there is a responsibility on your part. You're going to have to walk upright before him. Not promising you anything if you're not going to fulfill your part of the obligation. The Bible allows us to know that the promises of God are yea and amen, which means yes, and so it is, and it is so. So everything that is promised you has got to come to pass. There's going to be a performance if you just wait long enough. If you don't throw in the towel, if you don't quit on God, he'll show you who he is. He'll deliver you from whatever it is that's got you bound, and he'll set you free. He's a healer and a way maker. He makes ways out of no ways, but you'll have to flow with the order of God. Whatever he's ordained for your life, listen, isn't it comforting to know that there is nothing that will come upon you that he does not know? He knows everything there is to know about you. Come on, if he's omniscient, he's all-knowing, all-wise. And he knows everything there is to know about you. So you don't have to be confused. Come on, you ain't got to be depressed. All you got to do is trust God. I know that he will respond to you because that's what he promised. And every word that he's promised, not one word of his good promise, Solomon says, has he failed us. Flowing with the order of God. Neither in time nor eternity can any unforeseen ill come upon you that God doesn't know about. He knows everything there is to know about you. And he's orchestrated your steps. And though we're not comfortable with some of the ways that we have to go, and though we're not comfortable with some of the things that has come upon us, and some of the situations that we find ourselves in, but if you are a true believer and you will trust God for who he is, then you got to know and understand that all things work together for the good of them who love the Lord, who are called according to his purpose. I remember declaring once, my God, that there is a plus wrapped up in the minus. That it may look negative, but there's a plus wrapped up in the negative. In order to get power, there must be a negative and a positive force. So please don't despise the process. It's what our Father would declare unto us. Because God knows exactly what he's doing. And I need somebody who will declare that he's never left me alone. He's never forsaken me. He's always been right there by my side. And he's always brought us out and delivered us just in the nick of time. Just when I felt like I was going to quit or almost give in the towel, God shows up and delivers us. If you'll just stay with God and follow the flow of God, he will deliver you and he'll meet every one of your needs. I need somebody on tonight to tell your neighbor, stay with God, except you abide in me and my word in you. Come on, as you can ask what you will, and God says, I will give it to you. Flow with the order. Whatever the order is, the word flow, proceed continuously, smoothly. No, we're too busy murmuring and complaining. Do you remember in the book of Numbers, the 14th chapter? God tells Moses, listen, I'm sick and tired of Israel. I've shown them all the miracles. I brought them over the Red Sea. I brought them through the wilderness of sin. I brought them to the wilderness of Abba, and here we are. We still find them still complaining. I made the bitter waters sweet, and I fed them manna from on high, and yet I still find them complaining. I'm sick and tired of them complaining. I remember saying to the saints, he hates murmuring and complaining. But yet we find the saints of God, baptized, Holy Ghost filled believers, still murmuring and complaining about what has gone on and what has happened. I want you to understand and know that there's no way in the world that you can tell me that you love God and don't trust the sovereignty of God. That God is in control of everything. Even if you don't like what he's done, you got to respect the process and understand that God is sovereign. You're the one that says it doesn't make mistakes. But yet you're upset about what happens. You're upset about how things go. Especially when they don't go in your favor. He's sovereign. The Lord our God, he is sovereign. He does not make mistakes. Change will always come when the season for change has been called upon by God. It's how he shifts us. We don't like it. We're not comfortable with it. But it's God. If he does nothing by happenstance, and if everything he does is on purpose, because he's a purpose-driven God. He don't care nothing about your feelings. Would you tell your neighbor, he don't care about your feelings? You're the only one that gets stuck on feelings. You get stuck on feelings and go through a whole lot of changes and want to take folk with you. But God don't care nothing about your feelings.